Yippee! With a ding. Greetings to all in creation. This is Aurora, Mother of New Creation. Here uniting heaven and earth with a very critical transmission tonight. So we have had the reveal about what's going on with the lovehaswon.org group. It was a conspiracy to kill Amy Carlson or myself, and Amy ended up dying. So there's a group of drug lord terrorist kids, Amber Dawn Gallardia, Andrew Ryan Perfacci, Miguel Lamboy too, and they are basic succubus incubus vampires, and they decided to prey on Amy Carlson to get her killed. And now Amber Dawn Gallardia has been playing pretend that she's Dima Tabrawi, using, my data for Final Advanced Energies update and beyond, everything that I post. She says she did it. And she killed Amy, basically. I don't know, I've seen all the visions. And then their hope was that after Amy dies, she comes back and says she's Amber. She stops playing pretend that she's Dima Tabrawi. She comes back and she says she's Amber and Amy died, and she wanted me to say like, oh, and go back and run to her and cry and, be like the power couple, etc. After she ensnared and enslaved all those little boys, drugged them to death. So, tonight, like, Andrew revealed his true colors. As soon as I was posting one of the last messages, he texted saying, send me a copy of your civil, ID and a social security number so that I can send mom to your address. So now Amber is playing mom. She took over, Amy Carlson's email and position and everything under Dima Tabrawi, and then they want to send her as Amber to the real me so that their plan of Machiavellic orders of dementia can go on. And they have been programmed since children. I think there's a bunch of families that is playing very sick games in the United States with their kids. And I met younger children at the park, and they all behave in these weird manners as well. And then the even young adult versions, like today these women at the Kroger place, brunette, blonde, and redhead, with a pimp guy figure, they just follow me around and they laugh and then they look, and then it's flagrant. It's not and I think they're under some substance, under some drugs, because people under normal circumstances, when out with their families, I've watched many respectable beings, and then they don't behave this way. But this is a tribe. I think it might be called the tribe of Ham, is what they told me in West Nashville. I'm not too sure, but it's very possible. So these kids have to, be held accountable, go to jail. They killed Amy Carlson, and Amy was not a cult leader at all. Amy is a very spirited and tuned in, very highly evolved being that they programmed against me. And it started since Andrew. He used her tech that she was able to channel through my mother's work. So they are, linked spiritually. Amy, May, same letters in their name, A-M-Y and M-A-Y. And she was able to channel the work of my mother with the laser plasma tech, and she told me the surgery came out from her heart, and she wrote it onto paper. And then she shared this with me, which was the biggest. It's bigger than if I inherit all the gold on the planet. this plasma attack, how she was able to transmit it from my mother's heart and my mother's plasma work onto a concrete application to deter to me, and how I've been able to perform all these surgeries for all this time. And now they're like circulating fake news, like from Colorado onwards, and they used a bunch of my fake friends too to get like Carlson and co kicked out of like Hawaii and certain places, because she's been surrounded by plain demons like since I left Shasta, and he did it on purpose, Archangel Michael, same as what Michael Sherfan did to separate me and Maya. They've always been wanting to separate me and my connection, to weaken me. Lucky for me, I received my covenant for Aurora Mother of New Creation, and then I became my own source. And that's how I'm going to help Amy and May still in this next few chapters. I strongly believe that there will be a resuscitation from the graves, like the second coming, etc. We will see the dead arise from the grave. It's coming. The time is ending. The Mayan calendar is about to end in no time. And many people who have blasphemed the Holy Spirit are going to just drop dead. Like there will no longer be anything to support these people. And, I repeat, if you read the gospel, the only unforgivable sin is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. That's unforgivable. So I got many visions of how they dogged Amy in the end, gave her a lot of drugs, and I believe out of a lot of sadness, she took a lot of those drugs because she was really sad that I wasn't there. And the way she cried when I was made leave the house, because I genuinely thought Miguel Lambo was joking. I thought he was testing my ego and trying to see like if he ships my stuff to Hilton Head, will I stay without my clothing or will I just go? I thought it was a test. I was ready to stay without my clothing in Shasta. I don't care. I was in service. I was on mission. I was enjoying, the final events, and I had revealed my higher self's name already. But I asked him to take me to the Shasta Inn where I reserved the room under Jonah Terry's card. With Amy in the room, I said, I gotta go get guidance. And he refused me guidance, shipped my stuff right away. So it was a plot. They were planning to do this. And then while I was in the house, they brought in this dyke sort of a woman for Amber to like be her, buddy, friend, whatever. And they made pretend like that this girl wanted Amy. It's the tribe of Ham. They are a bunch of very demented people. They drug their children, they do rituals, and they're all insane. It's a dark terrorist invasion from past Orion, and due to these beings, the frequency of the planet has been maintained very low to the frequency where we cannot enjoy the final events and the reclamation of independence in terms of full galactic, interstellar, congregational celebrations with all the orders of beings that are very scared, actually. The good, so-called, what you guys call aliens, they're not all dark races. And then the good races, they loathe the, like, perfume. You know how humans wear perfume and whatever? They're very kind and very genuinely loving beings, and they're very afraid of Earth currently because it's a genetically modified planet. It's GMP. So to all the people at loveasone.org, if you're playing the game now, you're in great amounts of sin and danger, because blasphemy against the Holy Spirit is not a joke. Calling Amber mom is dementia. Andrew, you are severely sick kind of a person. How they let, it probably Amber, steal my car, my driver license for Aurora Diamond Dream of Morningstar, or, you know, I don't really know who stole what, but there's been a big robbery on my behalf and account. And I just want to make one more point clear. I never had a room in this Palmyra Inn hotel. So, because today this kid Brendan at the pool tried to make me say that I had a reservation here, which I never slept in any of those rooms ever. I never had a reservation in this hotel. So probably Amber's been checking in with, you know, as Dima Tabrawi, to, you know, do her rituals, to do like the she's mom kind of thing. And it happened after I went to, you know, Tim's house in 321 Ocean Dunes, and I obviously didn't fuck him. So when you don't fuck these people, then, you know, she'll fuck him the next morning from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m. And then she'll make pretend she's me, and she'll email me that, you know, Amy died. And Amy did not die. Amy was killed. It was a blatant, intentional murder, and they lied. Amy never, it was not a cult. That's not what it was. She never tried to get people to worship her per se. I was in the house and she never asked me to worship her. She had a very, she had respect for me. She completely trusted me with giving sessions. I was alone in a room all the time. I wasn't at all forced to do what they say that she forces people to do. She's a mirror. She's a reflecting mirror. Whatever you need, she will mirror back at you for your soul growth and evolution. And she cried in the end because she told me there was more for me over there. Miguel denied me of that, just like Michael Sherfan denied me of a further endeavor relational with my biological mother. And, you know, that's all there is to say on these topics. And, you know, there's much more, but this tribe of Ham, I mean, they're horrible people, is all there is to say. And otherwise, you know, if there's more details that need to come out, they will come out shortly as I continue undoing my very deep kinks and knots due to the severest abuse by Miguel, then Andrew, Jonah, Steve, and I don't really know exactly what, you know, levels, but I do know that, you know, there's differences between certain of these beings, and I gotta go now.